ਤਨ ਤਨ ਸੰਪੈ ਸੁਖ ਦਿਓ, ਅਰਜੈ ਨੀਕੇ ਧਾਮ। ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਨ ਰੇ ਮਨਾ, ਸਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਕਾਹੇ ਨਾ ਰਾਮ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਕੌਰ, ਜਿਨ ਸਿਆ
Siri Singh Sahib
extra who have traveled from so far away to come and join us for two special occasions. One, the celebration of Guru Ramdas Ji's Gurupurb birthday, and the second being the death anniversary of Siri Singh Sahib Ji, the founder of our school and our beloved guide and teacher. And it's by no coincidence, great blessing for us that his younger son is here, right? Kulbir Singh. We'd like to ask him to come up and receive a sropa and a prayer from our school, from all of us, and also to please address everyone. Bole so nihal.
Well, this is very humbling to be here. Yesterday we were talking about school last evening and the memories we all had here. We have a great legacy that we follow. For Guru Ramdas's house to Miri Piri school, Siri Singh Sahib always wanted that our Sikh community worldwide should be connected to Golden Temple, Guru Ramdas Ji's place. So there is that connection that always carries on within ourselves, and learn from this experience, and we can go spread his mission throughout. And seeing you all here, the faces have changed. Some of the people who were here earlier as students now are the staff and performing kirtan in front of you. And so is your principal. So one of these days, one of you have to come and take that place and run the show. They were the most rowdiest of the crowd. You guys are saints compared to that. So you have a lot more to achieve and a lot more to experience, and they can really guide you in every which way. Every time I come here, I remember Siri Singh Sahib had sent me to Russia, and I had gone to Russia for 4.5 years and came to India for a little while and went back to New Mexico. And I was not even a month and a half or less than 2 months. And I came to Espanola from Albuquerque, and 6 o'clock in the evening, and he says, call Kulbir, and I came down and said, stand right in front of me. And I did, I said, yes, sir. And he said, what are you doing tomorrow? I don't know. He said, tomorrow, 7 o'clock in the morning, you're going to Amritsar. I'm like, I just came from there. I thought it was not a bad idea to go for, week, 10 days, and come right back. And that took me about 5 years to build this school. So I was here almost 4.5 some year, and this was a wheat field full of water. And look what has grown out of it, right here. And I think many of you have passed before you, and many will pass after you. But make sure what you learn from here is very, very important, not just for you, but the world out there. There's so much hate, so much animosity, so much unrest. Look what is happening in the world. In Middle East, Korea, between our own country, Russia, and I know you're all from different countries. Just look back. What is needed is what Siri Singh Sahib has been saying since day one, and what Guru taught us. It's a seva, Simran, and Naam. You have to have those pillars so you can go out there and serve. And we can all serve in different capacity. We have to raise that consciousness. And I always wonder, where is that going to come from? That is going to come from within all of you, individually. You have to raise that consciousness, but you have to have a base to build that on. So tomorrow, in all this chaos, there should be a hope of that commitment, that seva that we talk about, that yes, that kindness, that passions. and the servicefulness. That has to come up from each one of you within yourself. So you can go and touch these people. And I'm not saying that you have to be the people that you have to change their religion or their creed. You have to serve them for who they are. But by your example, you will tell them who you are and what you follow. And your example is what you represent Siri Singh Sahib to be, what Guru Ramdas, his house is all about, what Guru Nanak started. If you take it, it's a very serious road, and it's a lifetime of work. But if you say, I just wear a turban and tomorrow I can take it off and do my own thing, which a lot of people do, then it's a very narrow road and very small one. And that's where most people get lost. So when you leave from the school, take the education not of what you read, what you understand. It's a lesson of compassion, lesson of serving, lesson of giving, forgiving, and actually going there and be part of the world and raise that consciousness. And today's Siri Singh Sahib's anniversary, and we always refer to as his death, but in reality, that's the beginning of what he was. And you are the example of carrying that light, because that teaching, that mission does not stop. This is the creation when he was born, and he was born in every and each one of you, and whoever will carry that mission forward will also carry the mission of Siri Singh Sahib and Gurus. So do a good job, because the world is watching. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
Also like to ask our dear board member and beloved Mataji and sister to all of us, Shanti, to come and say a few words about Siri Singh Sahib Ji.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa. He had just such an amazing life. I know most of you have studied some of the life of the Siri Singh Sahib, but it's worth a lifetime of study, practically. It's just an amazing story. And in his lifetime, he went from prince to pauper twice. Which usually happens pauper to prince, right? But in this way it went prince to pauper to prince. He was born in 1929 in a very small village in what is now Pakistan, near Wazirabad, in the district of Gujranwala. And he was born into a landholder family. So in those days in India, this is, the 1920s, 1930s, in those days, the people who owned the land, it was a feudal society, so they were responsible for everybody in the village. And his father was a doctor. He told me once that the buildings of his house, that when you started on the road from when you passed the first building, that it took 2 kilometers before you hit the main house, and it was just one building after another, that the estate was that big. He says that his mother never wore the same suit twice, ever. That was how she lived. And so, although there may be some fancy embroidery that she liked on the suit, they would cut it out and put it into a new suit, so that she never wore the same suit twice. So this was the kind of household that he grew up in. When he became of school age, the best school in the area was a Catholic girls' school. And so he wore his hair in braids with little bows on the braids and went to the Catholic girls' school. So he always said he was brought up as a Catholic girl. But that was the best school in the area. But when he was in his very early teens, his father sent him to the yoga master of that area, the man who had the great vidya of the Sikhs, and his name was Sant Hazara Singh. And so as a very young man, he went to study with him. And he says the first time that he went, he knew he was going to an ashram, kind of like when you go to school. And so he packed his bags, you know, he put all of his candy and all of his treats, and he had 2 servants, and he had a new fresh set of clothes for every day, and he packed it all up, and apparently it was several cartloads of suitcases. And he goes to the ashram, and Sant Hazara Singh met him at the gate, and he said, I could see you coming from miles away, the dust that you brought up on the road. Get out of here and come back to me when you can come back with just the clothes on your back. And so that shocked him. He was kind of a, you know, privileged and spoiled young man. That shocked him. And so he did come back. And when he came back the second time, it was walking by himself with just the clothes on his back. And Sant Hazara took him into the ashram. And he spent time with Sant Hazara Singh in between his education and learned what we know today to be Kundalini Yoga. Sorry about that. So when he was, this was a very interesting time of year, time of life, and India was seeking its independence from Britain at this time. And so when he was 16 and a half years old, his teacher, Sant Hazara, had decided to go back to his teacher and actually fight for the independence of India. And so he brought all of his students in for a one-on-one meeting with him. And the Siri Singh Sahib always tells the story that, you know, to go in to see Sanji was not a small thing, and you never knew what was going to happen. He was a very tough teacher, and so you actually, it was a little, you know, maybe a little scary to go see him. But when he called him in, he told him that he was leaving, and that the young Harbhajan was now the master of Kundalini Yoga, and that he would never see his face again. So when he says when he came out with all the other students, they said, what did he say? What did he say? And he said, I'm the master now, on your knees. And so they, you know, I can only imagine how that scene went down. But he had learned what he needed to learn in Kundalini Yoga by the age of 16 and a half, and had gained the mastery of that holy science. And so then, of course, partition happened. And if you've studied partition, you know that there was a lot of turmoil. A lot of people were killed. And all the Sikhs from Pakistan came down to India. And so he and his family came with just the clothes on their backs. And there they were. They actually were refugees and lived in a refugee camp. So from being the kings of the area, the Maharajas of the area, they came down to nothing, to refugees. From there, he went to college. His family reestablished themselves. They built themselves up. Oh my. They built themselves up and became very humble servants of the Sangha here in India. And then he received the calling from Guru Ram Das to come to the West. And when he came to the West, he again came from being very well established in India to having nothing. He said that when he came to the West, he had 2 suitcases, one full of suits and one full of cash. And neither suitcase arrived with him. So when he came to Toronto in the middle of the winter, all he had was a silk suit, a small hosiery, and the airline gave him $26 because he had lost all of his luggage, and that's all he had. And so he put that $26 on his altar, and to this day, to the time he died, that $26 stayed on his altar, never to be spent. So I would like to just close with a short understanding of your relationship with him. When I first met the Siri Singh Sahib, I was 19 years old, and kind of, you know, small and not much of a person. And I was doing some seva, and I brought the mail, you know, and he took a look at me and he said, well, if you will fix your feet, because I, you know, had cracks and dirty feet. He said, if you will fix your feet, I'll find you a good husband. And I just looked him right in the face and said, well, I have nothing to worry about then, do I? And he laughed. But what he was really saying to me on this other level was, if you'll come with me, I'll fix you. And what I was really saying back to him in my soul was, I can't have you judge me. I really have to come just the way I am. I've been judged by everybody, and I can't have you judge me. And when he laughed back, what he was saying was, fine, you come anyway, you come with me. And I did. And even though he passed on October 6, 2004, his subtle energy and his subtle body is still available for you. And all you have to do is say, I do want to come with you. And he will laugh and take you with him, even now. And so I ask you to have that strength to walk this path and to really live this life as he envisioned it, as Khalsa, as sovereign, and as free. Waheguru Ji Ka
So as things go at MPA, we have an unexpected, very special and great honored guest who has joined us to participate and be part of this end of this ceremony for honoring Siri Singh Sahib Ji Khalsa Yogi Ji, and that is Singh Sahib Gurbachan Singh Ji, who is the Jethadar of the Akal Takhat, and we're most honored to have him here in our presence. We'd like to ask him to come up and address the Sanghat and receive a Suropa from MPA.
Bole so
सतगुरु पातशाह ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਰੀ ਪੀਰੀ ਅਕੈਡਮੀ ਦੇ ਸਜੇ ਹੋਏ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਔਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਭਾਈ ਕੁਲਬੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ और भाई साहब भाई सतनाम सिंह जी और सतपाल सिंह जी, वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। अज आप जी श्री सिंह साहिब भाई हरभजन सिंह जी खालसा योगी जी, उन्हों की पवित्र याद विच साहिब श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी के अमृतमय बाणी के श्री अखंड पाठ आरंभ करवा के संपूर्ण करवाए। उपरंत अमृतमय बाणी के कीर्तन होए ने। श्री सिंह साहिब भाई हरभजन सिंह जी खालसा जी जोगी जी, जिन्हां दी पंथ नूं सिख कौम नूं और मनुखता नूं बहुत वड्डी देन है। श्रोमणी गुरुद्वारा प्रबंधक कमेटी के सहयोग के नाल सतगुरां दी इस पावन पवित्र धरती ते छाटा साहब के नज़दीक ये मीरी पीरी अकैडमी स्थापित करनी उन्हां दी एक बहुत वड्डी सोच और परोपकारी सोच सी कि इस मीरी पीरी अकैडमी दे विच देश विदेश के बच्चे बच्चियां जिथे संसारिक विद्या प्राप्त करनगे ਉੱਥੇ ਧਾਰਮਿਕ ਵਿੱਦਿਆ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨਗੇ ਔਰ ਉਹ ਸਰੂਪ ਸਾਖਸ਼ਾਤ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੱਕ ਕੇ ਨਿਸ਼ਚੈ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਕਿਤਨੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਦੇਣ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਪੱਧਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਨਾਮਨਾ ਖੱਟਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉੱਥੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਦੇ ਨੇ। ਭਾਈ ਗੁਰਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਾਥੀ ਜੋ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਿਖੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਬੱਚੇ ਨਿਤਨੇਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਬੱਚੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਇਹ ਦੇਣ ਸਾਰੀ ਮੀਰੀ ਪੀਰੀ ਅਕੈਡਮੀ ਦੀ ਹੈ। ਮੇਰੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਮੀਰੀ ਪੀਰੀ ਅਕੈਡਮੀ ਨੂੰ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਔਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਨੇ, ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਸੀਪਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ, ਸਮੁੱਚਾ ਸਟਾਫ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੇ। ਆਪ ਵੀ ਗੁਰਮਤਿ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨ ਔਰ ਬੱਚੇ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਮਤਿ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਨ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਉਪਰਾਲੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹਿਣ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
I'll just give you a short summary of what he said for those of you who don't understand Punjabi. He first acknowledged, of course, Sri Guru Granth Sahib and Siri Singh Sahib Ji, and then he mentioned that he was happy and honored to be in the presence of Kulbir Singh, Bhai Sahib Kulbir Singh and Bhai Sahib Sapal Singh, and then the Piri Academy students and staff, of course. And he said that it's no small thing that Yogi Ji chose this spot and that we were given this spot near Sherta Sahib Gurdwara, which is the land of Guru Har Gobind, for such a great purpose as Piri Academy. And it's from your work and your hard effort being here and going through this program, and of course all of the staff and all of the people who are involved in making MPA Piri Academy what it is, that we have the opportunity to do things such as play kirtan in the Golden Temple, to be able to read and understand Sri Guru Granth Sahib and the Banis, to be able to practice Gatka and all of these different teachings that we do here. We're also able to perform that out in the community and in the Sangit and be a part of the global Sikh community in that way. So he was recognizing the reason that Yogi Ji established MPA and Piri Academy and saying that it was his prayer and his humble prayer and blessing that we would continue to be able to learn and join ourselves and connect ourselves to the Guru so that we can take this message and spread it further. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
Many speak of courage, speaking cannot give it. It's in the face of death that we must live it. When things are down and darkest, that's when we सब तेरी आस। तुम मात पिता मालिक दे, तुम्हारी कृपा में सुख गने। कोई न जाने तुरा अंग, ऊंचे से ऊंचा भगवंत। सगल समग्री तुम्हारे सुंदरताई, तुम पे हो सो आज्ञाकारी। तुम्हारी कत मित तुम्हारी जानी, नानक दास सदा कुर्बानी। तुम्हारी कत मित तुम्हारी जानी, नानक दास सदा कुर्बानी।
वाहिगुरु जी तिन्ने ताप निवारण हारा, दुख हंता सुखरास। ताको बिघ्न ना कहो लागे, जहाँ की प्रभ आगे अरदास। अरदास भाई अमरदास गुरु, अमरदास गुरु अरदास भाई। रामदास गुरु, रामदास गुरु, रामदास गुरु सच्ची साई। अरदास एक ओंकार। श्री वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। श्री भगवती जी सहाय वार। श्री भगवती जी की पातशाही 10वीं। प्रथम भगवती सिमर कै, गुरु नानक लैन ते आए। फिर अंगद गुरु ते अमरदास, रामदासे होई सहाय। अर्जन हर गोविंद नो सिमराओ श्री हर राय। श्री हर कृष्ण ध्याई है, जिस डिठे सब दुख जाए। तेग बहादुर सिमरिया, कर नाम दे आवे ताए। सब ताई होए सहाय। 10 पातशाह श्री गुरु गोविंद सिंह साहिब जी ओ महाराज, सब ताई होए सहाय। 10 पातशाहियां दी जोत, धन 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 श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी दे पाठ। दर्शन दीदार दा ध्यान करके, खालसा जी बोलो जी सतनाम। पंजा प्यारियां चौहां साहबजादियां, चालियां मुक्तियां हट्टियां जपियां तपियां। जिन्हों नाम जपिया बन के छकिया, देख चलाही तेग वाही। देख के अनजित कीता, तिन्ना प्यारियां सचियारियां दी कमाई दा ध्यान करके, खालसा जी बोलो जी सतनाम। जिन्ना ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਸਿੰਘਣੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਧਰਮ ਹੇਠ ਸੀਸ ਦਿੱਤੇ, ਬੰਨ ਬੰਨ ਕਟਾਏ। ਕੋਪਰਿਆ ਲੁਹਾਈਆਂ ਚਰਖਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਚੜੇ, ਆਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਚਰਾਏ ਗਏ। ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀਆਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ, ਧਰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਰਿਆ। ਸਿੱਖੀ ਕੇਸਾ ਸਵਾਸਾ ਨਾਲ ਨਿਭਾਈ, ਤਿਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਰਕੇ, ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਸਤਨਾਮ। ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਸਮੂਹ ਤਖਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਰਕੇ, ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਸਤਨਾਮ। प्रथम सर्बत खालसा जी के अरदास है जी, सर्बत खालसा जी को वाहिगुरु नाम चित्यावे, चितावन का सबका सर्व सुख होवे। जहां जहां खालसा जी साहिब, तहां तहां रचा रियायत। देख देख फतेह बिरद की पैज, गुरु पंथ की जीत, श्री साहिब जी सहाय। खालसा जी के बोल वाले बोलो जी सतनाम। सिखां नूं सिखी दान, केश दान, रहत दान, विवेक दान, विसाहा दान, भरोसा दान, दाना सिर दान, नाम दान। श्री हरमंदिर साहिब जी के दर्शन इशनान, चौकिया झंडे बुंगे जुगो जुग अटल। धर्म का जय जयकार होवे बोलो जी सतनाम। सिखा दा मन नीवा मत उच्ची, मत दा राखा आप अकाल पुरख वाहिगुरु जी। हे अकाल पुरख अपने पंथ दे सदा सहाय दातार जियो। श्री ननकाना साहिब ते होर गुरुद्वारियां गुरुधामां दे, जिन्हां तू पंथ नूं विछोड़िया गया है, खुले दर्शन दीदार ते सेवा संभाल दा दान खालसा जी नूं बख्शो। हे नमानियां दे मान, नितानियां दे तान, नियोटियां दे ओट, ਨੇ ਆਸਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਆਸਰਾ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ. Beloved Guru, we stand before you and offer our prayer. It is by your grace we have completed successfully the Sri Akhand Paath Sahib in honor and memory of our beloved guide and teacher Siri Singh Sahib Ji Ji. As he has inspired us, may that inspiration be carried through us into all that we do. By your blessing, by your grace, may we have the strength and the grit, the stamina, the capacity to serve that our beloved teacher showed us how to do and that he himself had. Grant us with these same virtues that we may carry them forth, that we may be successful in all missions and all of our service that we do. Please guide, bless, and protect everyone here at Miri Academy by your grace always. Please bless the Khalsa Panth, Sikh Dharma, wherever they may be. Please bless us also as we celebrate the memory and the birthday of Guru Ramdas Ji. May his spirit continue to live through us. May we be blessed to have that attachment, that connection to his feet. And may all that we do be to uplift and to serve in his name with his grace and his strength. Please bless this Guru Prasad which has been placed before you. May its sweetness remind us of the sweetness of your name. May the steel that passes through it give us strength and remind us of the strength that we hold. Bless all the silent prayers of the Sangit. Bless all who have come to bow their head at your feet today. Continue to give us everything we need to be in Chardi Kala by your grace. Please cover for any errors, any omissions in this service, in this Akhand Paath, in this Ardas. Akhar Vada Kata Bol Maaf Karni Sarvate Ka Rajas Karne Ji. Say Pyari Mein Jilam Mein Guru Nanak Naam Chardi Kala Prem Namane Sat. Vaheguru Ji Ka खालसा Vaheguru Ji की फतेह. आज्ञा कही अकाल की करे चलायो पंथ सब सिखन को हुक्म है गुरु मानियो ग्रंथ. गुरु ग्रंथ जी मानियो प्रगट गुणा की दे. जो प्रभु को मिल भोज है खोज शब्द में ले. राज करेगा खालसा की है ना कोई. द्वार हुए सब मिलेंगे बचे शरण जो होए. राज करेगा खालसा की है ना कोई. द्वार हुए सब मिलेंगे बचे शरण जो होए. बोले
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ. ਤੇਰੇ ਜਨ ਪਰ ਉਪਕਾਰੀ ਆਏ. ਜੀ ਦਾਨ ਦੇ ਭਗਤੀ ਲਾਇਨ ਹਰ ਸਿਉ ਲੈਣ ਮਿਲਾਏ. आप मुक्त मुक्त करे संसार. नानक तिस जन को सदा नमस्कार. सज्जन सच्चा पातशाह सिर शांत शाहो. जिस पास बैठिया सोईए सपना दा बेसाहो. सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु साहिब जी. श्री राग महला तीजा. ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸੇਵਿਆ ਮਨ ਨਿਰਮਲਾ, ਭਏ ਪਵਿੱਤ ਸਰੀਰ। ਮਨ ਆਨੰਦ ਸਦਾ ਸੁਖ ਪਾਇਆ, ਭੇਟਿਆ ਗਹਿਰ ਗੰਭੀਰ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸੇਵਿਆ ਮਨ ਨਿਰਮਲ, ਭਏ ਪਵਿੱਤ ਸਰੀਰ। ਮਨ ਆਨੰਦ ਸਦਾ ਸੁਖ ਪਾਇਆ, ਭੇਟਿਆ ਗਹਿਰ ਗੰਭੀਰ। ਸੱਚੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਬੈਸਣਾ, ਸੱਚ ਨਾਮ ਮਨ ਤੇਰ। ਮਨ ਰੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸੇਵ ਨਿਸੰਗ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸੇਵਿਆ ਹਰ ਮਨ ਵਸੈ। ਲੱਗੈ ਨ ਮੈਲ ਪਤੰਗ, ਰਹਾਉ ਸੱਚੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਪਤ ਉਪਜੈ। ਸੱਚੇ ਸੱਚਾ ਨਾਉ, ਜਿਨੀ ਹਉਮੈ ਮਾਰ ਪਛਾਣਿਆ। ਹਉ ਤਿਨ ਬਲ ਹਾਰੈ ਜਾਉ, ਮਨ ਮੁਖ ਸੱਚ ਨਾ ਜਾਣਨੀ। ਤਿਨ ਠੌਰ ਨਾ ਕਤਹੁ ਥਾਉ, ਸੱਚ ਖਾਣਾ ਸੱਚ ਪਹਿਨਣਾ। ਸੱਚੇ ਹੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਸ, ਸਦਾ ਸੱਚਾ ਸਾਲਾਹਣਾ। ਸੱਚੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨਿਵਾਸ, ਸਭ ਆਤਮ ਰਾਮ ਪਛਾਣਿਆ। ਗੁਰਮਤੀ ਨਿਜ ਘਰ ਵਾਸ, ਸੱਚ ਵੇਖਣ ਸੱਚ ਬੋਲਣਾ। ਤਨ ਮਨ ਸੱਚਾ ਹੋਏ, ਸੱਚੀ ਸਾਖੀ ਉਪਦੇਸ਼ ਸੱਚ। ਸੱਚੋ ਸੱਚੀ ਸੋਏ, ਜਿਨੀ ਸੱਚ ਵਿਸਾਰਿਆ। ਸੇ ਦੁਖੀਏ ਚੱਲੇ ਰੋਏ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾ ਸੇਵਿਓ। ਸੇ ਕਿਤ ਆਏ ਸੰਸਾਰ, ਜਮਦਰ ਬੱਦੇ ਮਾਰੀਐ। ਕੂਕ ਨਾ ਸੁਣੇ ਪੁਕਾਰ, ਬਿਰਥਾ ਜਨਮ ਗਵਾਇਆ। ਮਰ ਜਮਹਿ ਵਾਰੋ ਵਾਰ, ਇਹ ਜਗ ਜਲਤਾ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ। ਭੱਜ ਪਏ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸਰਣਾ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸੱਚ ਦਿਰੜਾਇਆ। ਸਦਾ ਸੱਚ ਸੰਜਮ ਰਹਿਣਾ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸੱਚਾ ਹੈ ਬੋਹਿਥ। ਸ਼ਬਦੇ ਭਵਜਲ ਤਰਨਾ, 184 ਫਿਰਦੇ ਰਹੇ। ਬਿਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਮੁਕਤ ਨਾ ਹੋਈ। ਪੜ ਪੜ ਪੰਡਤ ਮੋਨੀ ਥਕੇ, ਦੂਜੇ ਭਾਏ ਪਤ ਖੋਈ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਸੁਣਾਇਆ, ਬਿਨ ਸੱਚੇ ਅਵਰ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ। ਜੋ ਸੱਚੇ ਲਾਏ ਸੇ ਸੱਚ ਲੱਗੇ, ਨਿਤ ਸੱਚੀ ਕਾਰ ਕਰਨ। ਤਿਨਾਂ ਨਿਜ ਘਰ ਵਾਸਾ ਪਾਇਆ, ਸੱਚੇ ਮਹਿਲ ਰਹਨ। ਨਾਨਕ ਭਗਤ ਸੁਖੀਏ ਸਤ ਸੁਖੀਏ ਸਦਾ, ਸੱਚੇ ਨਾਮ ਰਚਨ। ਤਿਨ ਨਿਜ ਘਰ ਵਾਸਾ ਪਾਇਆ, ਸੱਚੇ ਮਹਿਲ ਰਹਨ। ਨਾਨਕ ਭਗਤ ਸੁਖੀਏ ਸਦਾ, ਸੱਚੇ ਨਾਮ ਰਚਨ।